humble. Life of a queen in a this your concrete jungle. Firm in a regime so you not go see me stumble.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. This is a new setup. I'm in Georgia, to mind it, whatever. Let's move on, right? Yeah, this, as you see from the title, a week of me doing shadow work. I really just wanted to get into it just because, it really, I want to, dig deep. I want to learn some new things about myself that aren't just surface level. Yeah, if you didn't know what shadow work is working with your unconscious mind to uncover the parts of yourself that you repress and hide from yourself. And if you didn't know how shadow work works, basically you will get prompts, and you can find them on the internet or whatever, and you'll answer these prompts truthfully, like full open-hearted. Sometimes at first maybe some people aren't as like open to like pouring out their heart on paper, but if you could do it already, I say do it. Start off open, wholehearted, just open yourself up. You will definitely find new things out about yourself that you wouldn't have figured out otherwise, unless you're an overthinker. But even if, because I'm an overthinker, and there's some things that I'm even like, wow, like I'm able to really heal from this now that I wrote about it. Because I've done shadow work before, but not often, like once or twice. So this week of me doing shadow work, it's definitely like, okay, I'm definitely becoming the type of person I want to be, and I love it. So yeah. Prompt 1. What emotions do you try to avoid? What makes you afraid to feel it, and what do you think will happen if you do feel it? Now with this question, it was really kind of a lot to unpack. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a lot for the first one, but it was definitely a good start. I remember I was like, wow, okay, let's get into it. And there's definitely some deep answers to this question, so I definitely had fun. So as you could see, if you see I have headphones in, I was kind of on the phone. So some of these times you'll see me like I'm on the phone, but I'm definitely still putting my all in these questions. Prompt 2. In what ways are you privileged, and what do you take for granted? Now with this prompt, I was kind of like, this one, I don't know if this one really resonates with me a lot, but it was definitely good to think about something that I don't usually think about. In what ways am I privileged? Even though I am a black woman, there's definitely still some ways that I'm privileged. Look at even at the bed that I'm laying in. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who are homeless. There's a lot of people are struggling to find the next meal. There's a lot of ways that I'm still very privileged, and I may take that for granted sometimes. And there's some other things I do take for granted, and there was just I was like, wow, this is definitely something different that I don't really often think about. Prompt 3. What are adjectives that would trigger you if someone were to use it to describe you, and why would it trigger you? This one, honestly, it wasn't too hard to think about an answer. It was just interesting to think about, like why do these words specifically trigger me, and how can I help for me to not get so triggered when I do hear these words be described for me, knowing that they're not true. Or maybe deep down I thought maybe I do think myself that they are true, and that's why they trigger me, because I know that they are true and I don't want to be described like that. I don't know, it was definitely interesting to think about. Prompt 4. Who hurt me the most, and can I forgive them? Now this day I actually remember journaling. As you can see, the green notebook, I actually journaled that day because my uncle had said something really interesting to me, and then I did the prompt. But back to the prompt, it was definitely interesting to think about because I already kind of knew who hurt me the most. And the funny thing is, I've already forgived these people, but their behavior hasn't really changed. So it kind of is hard to constantly forgive somebody who, you know, like, you know, the things that they do that hurt you hasn't changed. But yeah. Prompt 5. What is something that I should forgive myself for? Why haven't I forgiven myself before? And can I forgive myself now? This one was a little hard, and honestly, I still don't think I thought of a good answer. But I definitely want to go back to that one and think about it more. I don't know. Like I'm not really sure what I haven't forgave myself for. But yeah, this one was definitely hard to think about. Prompt 6. What do you not love about yourself, and why? When did this dislike/hatred begin, and why did it begin at all? This one, honestly, I kind of thought of an answer pretty fast, and it's honestly a lot to get into, and I kind of already knew the answers to this one, so maybe this wasn't the best prompt just because I kind of knew my answers already. But yeah, I kind of try to make it pretty short and sweet on the page just because I've definitely like thought about this heavily already. Oh, thought about this heavily already. Yeah. Hopefully I said that right. Prompt 7. Who am I afraid is going to leave me if I start living the way I deeply want? And honestly, this prompt was probably the deepest one I had. Just because it's definitely opened up something I haven't thought about, something I want to think about, and something that I actually am nervous to even to think what would happen, because honestly, the way I truly want to live is very far from the way my family lives. And I'm a little nervous sometimes telling anybody in my life certain views that I have because it's different than the norm, or certain things that I want to do because it's different from the norm. And I just wonder sometimes, like what would happen? But yeah, definitely was the deepest one I've had, and I'm glad I ended off with this one. I am. Well, yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope this inspired you to really get into shadow work and to really start learning about yourself. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see me do a month, I might do a month of me doing shadow work. If you want to see me do that, definitely comment down below. And yeah. Did I say like, comment, and subscribe? Like, comment, and subscribe. Okay.